Good morning, leaders. So, we are the Group 10 reporters. So, I am the first reporters. I am Blessed Belension, and next reporter is Anna Hamad and Jayan Bidia and Grace Asusena. So, our topic is The Great Debate, The Rizal Retraction by Ricardo P. Garcia. So, the learning objectives is, at the end of this lesson, the students should be able to A. Identify the conflicting view accounts about the Rizal retraction, and B. Analyze each view and source. So, on December 26, 1896, so Rizal was accused and tried before a military tribunal for alleged crimes of rebellion, sedition, and illegal association. On December 28, 1896, the Governor-General affirmed the death sentence and set the execution of Rizal on December 29 at 7 o'clock in the morning. So, noong December 26, 1896, nilitis na korte militar si Rizal at kalaunan ay napatunayan nagkasala siya ng rebellion, sedition, and illegal association. So, naniniwala ang mga otoridad na Espanya na ang mga sinulat ni Rizal ay nakakamatay at kailangan na naudyok sa paghihimagsik noong 1896 ay naging isang revolusyon. So, noong December 29, alas 6 ng umaga, binasa ni Rafael Dominguez sa harap ni Rizal ang kanyang hatol na kamatayan. So, ang kanyang pagpapatupad ay naka-schedule sa susunod na araw. Bandang alas 7 ng umaga, December 29, inilipat si Rizal sa kanyang selda ng kanyang kamatayan. So, sa Fort Santiago. So, doon tumanggap si Rizal ng maraming bisita sa kabila ng kanyang payo. Ilang opisyal ng Espanyol at ilang mga pari ang mga kanyang dating professor na di umano'y tinalakay niya ang katwiran at relihiyon. So, next is eyewitnesses. My first eyewitnesses is Father Vicente Balanger, lesser, who in the notarial acts were to buy him in Murcia, Spain, August 8, 1917. Deposit Nad say in part. So, ang unang saksi si Father Balanger sa notarial act na sinumpaan niya sa Murcia, Spain noong Agosto 8, 1917. So, pinatasik niya at sinabi niya na matapos matulan ng kamatayan si Rizal ng akapelyon ng Royal Fort Santiago, kung saan ang convict ay nag-alok ng kanyang mga serbisyo para sa napakalungkot na mga pangyayari. Sinabi sa kanya ng preso ay pinahahalagahan niya ang kanyang handog, ngunit iyon mas nanais niyang dalawin siya ng Father of the Society of Jesus na siyang pinag-aralan niya. Ito na yung time na pumunta si Father Balanger kay Jose Rizal at nung naganap na retraction. And ito yung sabi nila, ito yung statement niya. At about 10 o'clock in the morning, December 29, Father Villa Clara and I went to the Fort Santiago, where the chapel cell of the convict was. He received us the great affection and embrace. So imagine, alam naman natin na galit si Jose Rizal, and again siya sa kung paano mamalakad yung mga Espanyol sa Pilipinas noon, ay ganito daw ang pag-receive niya sa kanila with embrace. So, bago ma-convert si Rizal and bago tatanggapin si Rizal na bilang kaisa natin na Kristiyano, so kailangan niya munang mag-retract. Kailangan niya munang i-withdraw ang lahat ng paratang niya, hindi lang sa Spanish government, kundi sa church. I then pointed out to the absurdity of rationalism, of the lack of instructions of the immense majority of humankind, and for the absurd menstrual errors professed by the greatest sages of paganism. When I attacked him with the logic and evidence of Catholic truth, I told him with energy that if he did not yield his mind as his reason for the sake of faith, he would surely be dumb. Upon hearing this threat, tears gushed from his eye, and he said, "No, I will not dumb myself." So, parang tinakot siya. Tinakot ni Father Balanger si Jose Rizal, na kung saan ang sabi ni Father Balanger ay, "Yes, I reply to you. You will go to the hell for whether you like it or not. Yes, out of the Catholic Church, there is no salvation. Truth is and cannot be but one." So, kung ikaw din naman makasalanang tao, tapos tatakutin ka na hindi ka tatanggapin ni Lord, pupunta ka sa hell, hindi sa heaven. So, sino ba naman gusto pumunta sa hell? Na kung saan may notion tayo na ang mga napupunta sa hell ay yung mga masasamang tao, nakagawa ng kasalanan na hindi nila pinagsisihan. So, ang mga testimony na napanood natin ay ang mga testimony nila ay sa sarili nilang karanasan, na kung saan they claim that namatay sila and pinakita ni God sa kanila yung kung ano ang nasa itaas. Okay, so parang like Angelica testimony. So, yun yung example niya. Kung ikaw naman ang makasalanan, diba, at maririnig mo yung kwentong yun, so matatakot ka talaga and ititreat ka pa niya na you will go to the hell. So sa ganoong paraan niya napapayag si Jose Rizal na gumawa ng retraction according to Father Balanger. Okay, so it was already night when I arrived at the fort. I found Dr. Rizal impatient. He asked for the formula of the prelate. This come at the last. At about 10 o'clock, upon knowing it, the convict asked for me. It insistently, without letting me read it first. He called and he asked me to read it to him. Yung formula and yung format na ginawa ng prelate nila o ng katastaasan nila ay hindi mismo si Rizal ang nagbasa, kundi si Father Balanger. I brought then the shorter and more concise formula of Father P. Read the first paragraph, and he said to me, "That style is as simple as mine. So don't bother, Father, read it all. Dictate what I ought to profess or express, and I shall write, making in any case some remarks." So, yung ginamit niyang formula is yung ginawa ni Father PUP.
Good morning, leaders. Good morning, ma'am. I am Jayan, and this is my report. The characteristics points of identity between the handwriting of the instruction and the undisputed handwriting of Dr. Jose Rizal check in every respect. The following are perhaps the most salient individual characteristics. Number 1, the execution. In the execution and writing movement in capital letters, including the different varieties used as in letters D, J, R, I, P, V, S, C, M, D, which are all by Dr. Jose Rizal. Number 2. The small letters H, D, R, O, P, J, and A are all of the handwriting of Dr. Jose Rizal, and check in every respect, including the variations of form, whatever they occur with the form and execution of similar letters and undisputed letters of the Dr. Rizal. So, number 3. What would have been very significant in point of identity is the constancy and the comparative slopes of each constituent letters with respect to one another. Within given combination of words irrespective of variation in the degree of mean basic slant in the handwriting under examination, because, as Captain Arthur D. Quick states, this is the only basis upon which statistics bearing upon slope may legitimately be employed to determine the identity of handwriting. See Captain Arthur D. Forge, Anonymous and Suspect document of page 49, and these fortunately agree in all of Dr. Rizal's writing, including that of the restriction. 4. One point which proves beyond question that the restriction is undoubtedly an old authentic document is the presence of perforation occurring over the letter C in Creo, found towards at the end of the 6th line of restriction. Number 5. The ink shows the proper color of old iron. Glutinate inks which have been thoroughly oxidized during the course of time by natural agents, and there are no indications whatever to suspect that the document has been artificially good.
So good morning, leaders. I'm the next reporter, and our next topic is, what else had Rizal done that may be considered contrary to his status as son of the Catholic Church? Ano nga ba ang ginawa ni Rizal na maaring taliwas sa kanya bilang anak ng simbahang Katoliko? So, marami ang nagsasabing kinakalaban niya ang simbahang Katoliko at ang binabansagan siyang bitterest enemy of the church. So, marahil ito ay totoo at hindi. So, it is not true that he fought against Catholic Church. Hindi totoo na kinakalaban niya ang simbahang Katoliko. Ngunit, ang kinakalaban niya ay yung mga ginagawa na masama ng mga aabuso na praile sa simbahang Katoliko. In other words, Rizal did not fight the Catholic religion, kundi ang kinalaban niya ay yung mga mang-aabuso sa relihiyon ng Katoliko. Rizal was not against the Catholic religion, but he against the manner the Catholic religion was practiced by the friars in the Philippines during his time. Next is, but granting for the sake of argument that Rizal attacks against the Catholic religion as practiced in the Philippines were contrary to his status as son of the church and therefore included in his retraction, What of that? Did it dim his glory? So well, it did not, for the simple reason that Rizal did not become a national because of his attacks against his religion. If to attack one religion is to become a national hero, then Gregorio Aglipay, who had attacked the Catholic Church and founded a Filipino church, who who would have been a greater hero than Rizal. So I don't know. I don't deny it, though the Aglipay is a great Filipino because he founded the Aglipayan Church, but not because he had attacked the Catholic Church. So next is now comes the most important question. Was Rizal exposed of the sins and abuses by the friars, which constitute the social cancer during his time, and which nobody dared to touch for fear of reprisal and sure death, contrary to his status as son of the Catholic Church, and therefore included his retraction? Well, nothing is farther from the truth, because as a son of the Catholic Church, it was his duty to expose the sins and abuses committed by the friars. In order to obtain reforms and an administration of his church, it would have been contrary to his status as a Catholic had his exposed been untrue, in which case he himself would have retracted it too long before because of his obsession for the truth. But his expose is true and admitted by all. So, in conclusion, I wish to quote Don Chedoro M. Calao. I know that many Filipinos maintain that such an abjuration is a mere forgery of the enemies of Masonry and of Rizal himself, but it is up to those who deny the authenticity of the document to present their conclusive and indisputable proofs as it ought to be expected. So therefore, it expected that the books of Nabong, Garduño, Colas, Runes de la Rosa, and Runes Buenafe in part of this book should present conclusive and indisputable proofs in order to impound the authenticity of the result document, which is the main issue in the so-called controversy. Short of this kind of proofs, that Rizal retraction stands unrefuted.